This is the Wordlife show on Ujima Radio. Easy.
Manners.
Come on. Hey, bruv, I had to play that one.
I remember shooting that video, inviting everybody down. Like, everything that you see in that video, like, when we're setting up the stuff, that's literally us setting up the stuff.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's all literal.
That one for it. So what about when you find the place at the start?
That's literally... I did find the place.
Yeah.
And I said I'm going to reenact that.
Okay.
So I actually reenacted.
Okay, so that was like an actual reenaction?
Yeah.
Come on,
I was looking for a little place to do the thing, you get me?
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't the Bristol jump off, but it was like, you know the way there?
Yeah. Hey, bro, that was a classic. Honestly, the whole of Great Escape.
Respect.
Definitely a Bristol or a UK classic. Huge amounts of people bought that and still bought that today. And as I was saying, that stands up like so much better than most people's first CDs. It's heavy.
Yeah.
You know.
You could say.
Yeah, well, I did say. Yeah. And it's recorded on camera. Right, so we got Buggsy in the house. Yeah,
they are.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you for coming to the end of your special.
Thank you for inviting me.
Bro, honor to have you in. I mean, what a year it's been. But I mean, you spent a lot of it not here.
Yeah, well, a quarter of it.
Okay, was it? Okay, because I know you've been a few times over there, but you've been to Brazil a lot. Over.
It started. I went there in March 2020, and 2 days into my trip the lockdown started over here in England. So the lockdown was happening and I was just like, I didn't have no idea in it until 2 days before I come home. The lockdown started there.
Okay.
Yeah. So then
did they do any quarantine stuff over there for you? Or?
Yeah, it started to quarantine like the last day. The flight I got home, that was the last flight to England.
Oh, right. So you just caught it back there.
Well, it was by God's grace, innit? Most High got my back, you get me? I booked the flights to go that day home. I didn't have to change anything, you know what I mean?
Hey, God works in mysterious ways, you know?
Yeah,
you'd be surprised.
For sure.
Right, so I mean, we've had talks off camera, but Brazil, man, I mean, I love that. It's like such an amazing thing. Gone over and you was on the Grime show over there.
Yeah, well, Brazil, the story of Brazil started in 2014.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some guys from Pirituba, which is in Zona Norte, the North Zone. And Nobru and DG. And they're a part of a crew called Aquadrillia. And they reached out to me. And obviously, they call Sao Paulo SP. They clocked on that we call St. Paul's SP.
Okay.
So we done a SP to SP collaboration, made a song. Years later, still kept the link.
Yeah.
And then the Grime Show guys, they played a Grime track that I made with Jams and Jack that.
Yeah.
You know, the French Montana rhythm.
I know that.
So they was playing my version of that in Brazil and the whole crowd was going crazy.
Yeah. To be fair, I had to word that up on your bar, bro. That's
big up.
Come on, that's the banger.
And then there was another DJ called DJ Vinny Porto in Rio. I was in contact with him. He said he's playing my music. So when the Grime guys, I was like, look, all right, cool. I'm going. I'm just pulling up. So then I got there and I went to Rio first. And then I went on the Grime show in Rio. I went to a few studios. Got to Sao Paulo, linked the Aquadrillia guys, chilled with them. They brought me around. In Rio, I done a show in Rio as well.
Yeah. And what was it like doing a show in Brazil then?
It was crazy. Where I done the first show was deep in the favelas.
Really,
a favela
deep,
called Viradouro in Rio State, actually, Niterói.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's like a really, really heavy favela.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was the first international artist to even step foot in there and do any kind of performance. So they really respected that.
Yeah. I bet there's like, what are you here for? Yeah.
Well, not really. I was invited.
Fair,
yeah, I was invited.
I suppose you're with the locals artists that you've made music with as well, isn't it? So.
Well, with Rio, it's like basically, I didn't know at first that I've got a real big fan base there.
Right.
I was told about it by a guy called Alessandro Quito, who came over to England in 2008, I think.
Yeah.
2018, something like that. And he basically told me about, he's from Brazil,
right?
You know what I mean? And he told me about the fan base there. So a lot of people already knew of me.
Okay.
They're playing my songs to me, those are these things. And then when I went to Sao Paulo, another experience again where the guys again, more people. I got invited into a whole hip-hop scene, underground hip-hop scene there. Big up Kabi and RKC Records, Kavanagh Records. all of those guys, they welcomed me with open arms, respectfully. I come true. I respected their surroundings, their style of how they do things, and everything just kicked off from there. Just mutual respect.
Is there any major differences that you would say between here and there, say in the way they do things? And
a lot. There's a lot, but at the same time, you just have to see the beauty in what people are doing and understand that people do things differently. You know what I mean? That's something I had to learn. So I went back the second time. That was, I slept in a studio. You know what I mean? I slept in a studio. Like when I first went there and the second time, I didn't stay in a hotel at all. I stayed with people in their house on the sofa, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Just a raw experience. And that time was more about learning about Brazil, as well as re-linking up and finishing off some work that we started. You know what I mean? And then that was the same year as coronavirus. You know what I mean? Right. They announced the lockdown and I just said, you know what? Let me just dip out there and
So what was lockdown like over there? Was it as crazy?
I didn't.
Oh, you didn't go like that? Okay, so you managed to escape it?
Yeah, they announced the lockdown here and there wasn't a lockdown in Brazil.
Now I go back.
And I had work to finish and everything and blah, in the sun and
So any plans to go back to Brazil?
I went back again.
Oh yeah, you got for your third time.
I went back for the third time. I was there for 3 months, you know what I mean?
And this is when you said you stayed in some hotels this time.
Yeah, this time at the end of the journey, I would say the last month I stayed in and out of hotels, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I stayed at a friend's house, another friend's house, a friend of a friend's house.
Yeah. I mean, you've been there for months, so you probably loads of people you know by these points as well.
Yeah, so. This journey kind of messed up my head a little bit. That's the reality in it. I was there for so long. Yeah, you get me. I'm speaking Portuguese now. I picked up a lot of the Portuguese. So
Portuguese is the main language over there. Then,
yeah, it's their style of Portuguese.
Yeah, different local tongue and stuff like that.
Yeah, really.
So I mean, basic stuff. I've heard you talking stuff, but how would you introduce yourself, say in Portuguese then, or how would you do it?
What, to you or to someone Brazilian?
Oh, to someone Brazilian,
Opa, beleza, mano. Da hora. Oh, yeah. That kind of, it's like real underground Brazilian, strictly Brazilian. You can't learn it on Google. They don't say that kind of stuff.
And if you're going to do it to me then, is it much different?
Hola. No, I'm playing. I don't know how to do too much formal Portuguese.
I went for that because I thought that was just the obvious one, but I bet you learn more useful things, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, it's just more slang. Slang, you know, when you're on the ground, like people just speak a completely different way. You can't learn it on Google, basically. Yeah. You can't learn it on Google. You can't learn it. You gotta
go there, be around the people, and learn the dialect from them.
Yeah, for sure.
But I guess a bit of Portuguese probably wouldn't do you too bad, you know.
Well, for me, I was happy that I learned how to learn a language. That's it. I can't do Duolingo. None of that doesn't work for me. My mind works a different way of how I absorb like information and translate it and different things. But I've worked on that. Then it was easy. It was easy for me. I'm like, oh, that's how I then I applied it.
Well, amazing, but life-changing stuff. I mean, that's
man. And I worked with so many different artists in Brazil. I've met with so many massive Brazilian artists. I'm just respectful to be welcomed. You know what I mean? I respect it.
You say you've done loads of music over there and finished and stuff. I mean, is any of that coming out? 'Cause I know you've got an album coming soon that we're going to touch on in a bit.
I've done a track with an artist called Rincon Sapiencia, you know what I mean? And he's like a massive Brazilian artist. We've done some work. And I would like our work to come out. Yeah. But he's also a really busy man. So when I've gone back, he's been in different countries and, you know what I mean, trying to catch him at the right time. And I've shot 3 videos. I shot 3 videos in Brazil. I'm not gonna lie, I did shoot 3 videos, but it's about the right timing of when I want to push it.
Is that what you're going to be releasing yourself, or is that with artists over there that they're going to be releasing? Or is
I'm releasing myself. You know what I mean? There's some tracks that I've done with a young guy called Gulero. You know what I mean? From Sapopemba. Big up my guys in Sapopemba, Zona Leste. Yeah, man. Real G's.
Right, now we played some exclusives on here. Yeah. Now there's some brilliant tracks, some amazing stuff. You said about the different producers earlier on the thing, but I mean, is there any idea of when you can hear them apart from on the show here exclusively?
I'm gonna give you the tracks. I'm gonna give the radio DJs the tracks, so they're gonna start going on the radios. I'm gonna upload on SoundCloud again. I kind of neglected using SoundCloud. I've neglected releasing music for a while. I've just been, keeping it to myself and. You
say that, but you dropped the Avengers project.
This is the thing. I know. I feel like I haven't given anybody anything.
That's because that was a part of someone else. It was like a combo thing, innit?
Yeah, that was a great creative experience to get together with other artists. That was a really good project, man. And the way we created it was good. You know what I mean?
And I think it gave you a chance to do some of your slogans, but as well as getting with that, like on that other track, you know what I mean?
How you mean? Which one?
That's the crowd in the middle with the like on that Megazord track and things like that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That chorus alone, that's a real chorus.
Oh yeah. I forgot the hook in it. Yeah. We put it together. I forgot. My bad.
Bro, he's probably made so much other stuff in that time.
You know what? That hook, how we made that hook, that was made in Birmingham still. Big up Mayhem, big up Blay, big up Jams, big up Jack, that big up all of them, and the big up Toast. How you mean? Big up all of the people involved.
Bro, it's a banger. Right, okay, so they just asked you to get involved in that. They just hit you up because you was going to London, you said, yeah?
I think it was Jams's idea and Jack that's idea to get some artists together who they respect and create a project, you know what I mean? And they pushed it to me and I was happy to get involved because you know me, I am a grime MC. I've done a lot of grime MCing. I've not really made much grime tracks, you feel me? So it was good to make grime tracks with authentic grime producers from London. They've been a band with grime. Them and there's big producers. I respect them. I respect them as producers.
I know Blay Rhythms is rapping on most of them. Did he make all the beats, or was there was other producers on it? It was
different producers. I think Gesha done one as well. Big up Gesha.
Because Blade done the Cammy rhythm, obviously. So yeah,
he done the Cammy. Jack and Jams done the FM All Star rhythm, aka French Montana rhythm. So Jams is a MC and a producer.
Okay.
Jack that is a DJ, producer, and he got a few bars still. You can't hide it. Blay is a MC and producer. And the artist and Jams and the artist. I differentiate MC and artist. Because you said that the new thing is a grime artist. That's a new invention. You know what I mean?
They used to just be MCs in the club hosting. I mean,
so there's grime artists that can't jump on a set and like they probably can, but it's not the same as, I was having a conversation with Manga the other day, about lyricism and the grime set and how we've got a certain set of skills that we practice which are like next to none, and it's
but you
noticeable.
Think you got to stand there for 2 hours sometimes.
Exactly.
I remember a whole lot of bars, whereas a lot of artists will remember a few songs.
Exactly.
And know where to drop exactly, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
But it's not like that when you're on set, you know what I mean?
Well, there's not many grime MCs who can actually hold the set for 1 hour by themselves and like proper, you know what I mean, hold it down.
That's a real skill.
That's a real skill, and that's a real MC. I'm one of them.
Bruv, that's not a lie. That's not a lie. I've seen you on a whirl of sets from there.
There's one online actually. What is it? Keep Hush. What's it called again? Oh my god. Oh, the one with Tim and Barry, man.
I know you're right. Yeah. I see that. That's big.
Man.
Yeah, we'll post a link or something. But right, okay. So we haven't got long. We're going to go into some commercial breaks in a second. Okay.
Yeah, man.
I just wanted to ask, where did the name Buggsy come from?
Man tried to call me Muggsy, and then I was like, Muggsy? What are you talking about, Muggsy? He said, Buggsy, that makes sense. Obviously, similar, just like Buggsy Malone, but literally the movie Buggsy Malone. You understand? Yeah. So, as a young person, I was like an adult.
Yeah.
I was like
way
like
past
kids
my
being
time. Gangsters in that film, isn't it?
Like, so it's like, take away the gangster piece, but that wasn't like fully the intention. It was more like being a younger person who was more older, and then that movie and blah blah blah, and you know what I mean.
Okay, so it come from the film. Okay, see.
Yeah.
Thought I better check.
That's what Buggsy is, isn't it? Buggsy Malone is Buggsy, you know.
I don't know, a lot of people might have thought Bugs Bunny or something like that.
I just didn't use the Malone. You get me?
Yeah, man. I didn't know. I just thought I'd get it documented and get it done. You know what I mean? When I got in the house.
Older lyrics, you'll hear me say, "Oh, it's Mr. Malone," stuff like that in older lyrics to make you understand where the Buggsy comes from. Real old.
I don't even think I noticed that still.
Tapes.
So,
this is tape days.
Yeah, okay. I didn't think I'd go back that far. Yeah, fair play. Right, okay, so we're going to go into commercial breaks.
Yes, sir.
After that, we're going to do the live performance part.
Yeah,
okay, so thank you for coming through.
Blessings. You're done now.
Wicked for the knowledge. And big up everyone who's been watching this. Make sure you press subscribe on the video now. And that's this. We're going into commercial breaks now.
That.
All things African. Political, social, cultural, even controversial.
Every Friday, 12 noon on Ujima 98 FM.